Go away. You're not my responsibility. They were thrown out like trash. For days, they slept under the bridge. Hunger gnawed at their bellies, and tears became their language. Chika and Chike were born into wealth but entered the world with tragedy. Their mother died during childbirth, and though they were welcomed with love, they would never know her warmth. Their father, Chief Chokuma, was a respected businessman in Lagos, the proud owner of a thriving electronics company selling televisions and home theaters across Nigeria. Despite his grief, he did his best to give the twins a good start. Knowing he couldn't raise them alone, he sent them to live with their grandmother in the village. There, they knew peace. Mama sang to them, fed them well, and told them stories under the stars. But when they turned two, she passed away too. The twins were returned to their father's home, and that was when everything started to change. Chief Chokuma remarried a woman named Justina, a trader who ran a small mini shop in Lagos. At first, she pretended to love the twins. She called them my children, gave them sweets, and played with their hair. But her smiles were masks, and her eyes always lingered on her husband's wealth. Barely 2 years into the marriage, tragedy struck again. Chief Chokuma died in a mysterious car accident on his way home from a business trip. People whispered about foul play, but no one could prove anything. With their father gone, the only shield Chika and Chike had was gone too. Justina's true colors emerged like a thunderstorm. Her kindness turned cold. Her food became scarce. She no longer allowed the children to eat at the dining table. They were locked in their room for the smallest mistakes. She started calling them names, burdens, bastards, useless. Chike began hiding under the staircase whenever she was near. Chika stopped speaking altogether. One day, at just 7 years old, they were each handed a tray of sachet water and sent to hawk on the street. Bring back money or sleep on the floor, she warned. Under the scorching sun, they walked through busy markets and dangerous corners, dodging cars and insults. Their small feet cracked from heat. Their clothes were worn thin. At night, they returned home hungry and exhausted. Then came the final blow. One rainy evening, after a slow sales day, they returned late. Their shirts clung to their skin. Their tray money was less than usual. Justina opened the door, threw their tiny school bag over the gate, and shouted, "Go away. You're not my responsibility." She locked the door and never looked back. The twins stood there crying in the rain, wet, cold, abandoned. With nowhere to go, they wandered the streets until they found shelter beneath a bridge near Mile 2. The nights were long and filled with fear. They shivered from cold and hunger. They begged for leftover food. Stray dogs barked. Drunks cursed. But they held on to each other like life jackets in a storm. One day, while begging near a market, a man named Uncle Solo noticed them. A street cleaner with a tired back and worn slippers, he saw what others ignored. He bought them bread and water, then simply said, "Come with me." He had only one room in a face me I face you compound, but he shared everything with them. He cooked what he could, gave them clean clothes, and registered them in a free evening school at the nearby church. He had no children of his own, but loved them like his blood. For the first time in years, Chika and Chike felt safe. Chika fell in love with books. Chike started fixing broken radios in the neighborhood. Every night, they would lie on the floor and talk about their father. "Do you think he's proud of us?" Chika would ask. Chike would nod quietly, holding back his tears. Though life was still hard, they began to believe in something again, hope. Uncle Solo did more than feed them. He inspired them. He made them believe they could be more. As they grew older, Chike started learning computer repair from a man in Yoba. Chika began tutoring younger street children in reading and maths. They became beacons of light in a broken world. One day, a man came looking for Uncle Solo. He handed him a brown envelope with documents proving Justina had forged Chief Chokumo's will and quietly sold parts of his electronics business. Uncle Solo didn't tell the twins yet. He held on to it for the right time. At 18, Chika won a national essay competition. Her piece, titled "Home is Where Kindness Lives," got her a full university scholarship. Chika earned an internship with a tech company after fixing a manager's laptop. Their story began to spread on blogs, on TV, across WhatsApp. They never forgot where they came from. By the time they turned 21, Chika and Chika founded the Chokuma Foundation in memory of their late father. It was built to shelter, feed, and educate abandoned street children. With the help of donors and NGOs, they purchased land and started construction on their first children's home. At a charity walk organized by the foundation, an old, frail woman fainted. Chika ran to help her, only to recognize the woman she once called a mommy. It was Justina. Life had turned on her. Her shop failed. She was evicted. Friends abandoned her. Now, she was begging for survival. The crowd stood still, watching. No one said a word. But Chika stepped forward, knelt, and held her. "We forgave you a long time ago," she whispered through tears. The moment went viral. Justina wept and admitted everything, how jealousy, greed, and pride turned her into a monster. She was given a bed in the very shelter the twins built. They did not love her again, but they gave her peace. A lawyer later reopened their father's case using Uncle Solo's envelope. The court ruled in their favor. The estate returned, but the twins took only what they needed. The mansion where they were once rejected became the new headquarters of the Chokuma Foundation. Uncle Solo was honored with a Lifetime Humanitarian Award. His picture hangs at the entrance of every shelter they open. And on the opening day, standing in front of hundreds of smiling children, Chika took the microphone and said, "We were thrown out, but never thrown away. Look what love can build."